And welcome back to The Price of Business. This is Sigmund Kramer in with Chris Kidd. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Talking sports, talking money, you're happy. And, of course, you got your guest, John Greenberg, very insightful. And we were talking right before the break about how things have changed so tremendously in sports, especially when it comes to finances and also in our culture, how, nowhere, anywhere really, are children able to learn the value of money, the value of keeping a responsible kind of a take on your money, and why it's leading to a lot of problems, especially when they go into professional sports. If they're lucky enough to get involved in professional sports, they have absolutely no compass when it comes to what to do with their money, do they?
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but unless they grew up around somebody who, has been able to teach them personally, then most of them don't, they're somewhat clueless. I guess that's kind of tough to say, but anyhow, I want to move on with
Sure.
with our topic with John. I know we were talking about, some of the sports, how the prices are going up and everything. And one thing I've told a lot of people that talk about, oh, this guy makes, this many millions of dollars a year. This guy signed $100 million contract to, just to throw a ball or something. And I say, well, no, they didn't sign to do that. They did that to sell. They get paid to sell tickets is what they are. They're in sales. So,
Right.
And this thing that came up with the New England Patriots, or that came up, I guess that's probably horrible English, but
Okay.
the resurfacing of Deflategate, and now the fines and suspensions and everything. Tell us a little bit about that. What's going on there?
Well, Tom Brady has been suspended for 4 games, and the Patriots have been fined $1 million, and they have to forfeit 2 first-round draft choices in the next 2 coming drafts. And now this is where it's going to get interesting. It's the appeals process, because it's been announced that the National Football League Players Association have arranged for Jeffrey Kessler to represent Brady. And he is one of the top antitrust lawyers in the country. And he is going to go after, in my opinion, he will go after Commissioner Roger Goodell right away. And they're going to be citing insufficient evidence and lack of a record of offenses and lack of merit to the case, and that the actions were not detrimental to football. The league their stance is that Brady is being punished for the integrity of the game.
I'd agree with that. I would actually say one other thing on top of that is I believe that Brady and the Patriots are being punished because of Goodell's his lack of fortitude or something. Like last year with the stuff that went on with the Ray Rice deal,
right,
and some of those, and
Adrian Peterson,
and he tried to claim that nobody knew anything at the NFL until the week that he was actually supposed to play,
right.
And then that thing came out, and they had all the. I think he's trying to.
So he's overreacting in order to allay any sort of a sense that he's not taking action and not taking anything seriously.
Right. I think he's trying to make himself look a little better and clean up his personal image for that. But I understand protecting
Good
the
luck.
game.
Good luck.
Well, here's another factor, though, is that Ray Rice's suspension was overturned and Peterson's were overturned, and this was because of the efforts of this Jeffrey Kessler. And
I didn't realize he was on those as well.
Yeah, he was. They went. It was an NFLPA production, and Kessler is their top gun when it comes to that. But now they've had polls taken, and the vast majority of real hardcore football fans are very much in favor of the punishments that were handed out, and they think that the Patriots as a whole are a cheating group. And the majority of them think that other teams are doing the same thing. and they've had quarterbacks come out and say, "Look, we want those well-scuffed balls. We don't want slick new balls." And the quarterbacks The most prominent ones, I'm told, is that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they led a group that lobbied to change the rule 9 years ago, 2006, that each team supplies the balls that they use on offense. Used to be the home team supplied the balls.
Yeah, and there could be a little cheating there, huh?
Well, I don't really think it was, I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think that, I think it started with the creation of this loophole by changing the rule. And now the loophole caused a controversy, and that loophole, I'm sure, is going to get closed. I think we're going to see a difference in how footballs are handled on game days. I think they'll either go back to the home team supplying them, or they'll have the league supply them.
I think the league supplying them is probably the best option. I mean, I don't think that the deflated ball, the slightly deflated ball, had anything to do with the outcome of the game. But
No, it's not that particular game, but who's to say that they weren't doing this before? They probably were doing it before.
Oh yeah, they probably did it every game.
But now the question is, if they're going to supply the balls, then maybe the quarterbacks are going to have to learn to perform with slick balls. And that the reason they went to that rule was to try to increase the offense. Offense is what sells tickets.
Right.
And I think that if they have the slick balls, you're going to probably see more fumbles, and fumbles that's like volatility in the stock market. Those are the unexpected things. And adds drama to the game. But some people like to see that, and other people, they'd rather see 300-yard passing performances every game. But
well, John, what's this mean to Tom Brady's pocketbook? I know he was supposed to make like $8 million this year, and this is what
I think they figured it that if he gets suspended for 4 games, that he would lose like a little under $2 million or something. But as far as his pocketbook, the man he's pretty well set up.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be hurting.
I don't think he's going to lose any endorsements on it, because his endorsements are high-end endorsements. They're not, And I think that as far as hurting football, I think it's helped football because it's obliterated everything off the front pages. They got the NBA playoffs, they got Major League Baseball, they have Stanley Cup playoffs, and what's everybody talking about? Deflategate.
That's right, and if he's smart, he'll start doing PSAs for checking your tire pressure for the summer and making sure you got enough air in your tires. Wouldn't that be a fantastic way to kind of make fun of it?
Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, if you were advising him, wouldn't you say that it might be a good idea to keep a low profile and just concentrate on what you do best, which is being a quarterback?
Absolutely.
You don't want to shake the water and wake the alligators.
That's right. Don't poke the bear.
At least wait till the appeal's over.
The bear. But you see, when he didn't turn his cell phone over, it was a Patriots lawyer that was going to look at the cell phone. He didn't turn that cell phone over, and then the league they must have spent at least $1 million on that investigation. They talked to 67 people. He was kind of spitting in the face of them, and
he must have been getting his advice from Hillary Clinton.
Well, his lawyer's name is Yee. There were a lot of provocative statements coming from him in the last few days, but when you say more probable than not that Brady generally was aware, you guys, you're out in the world of business. You can get fired from a job for something like that.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So that was a strong statement. It doesn't seem like it, but it really is in the real world. So I find it fascinating how this is going to play out, because I remember that the players involved with the Bounty Gate scandal, the bounty hunter thing, they wound up playing while their appeals were going.
Right.
And then a lot of their games that they were suspended, that was erased. So they were really not penalized in the end as much as it appeared to be. Although now the lawyer that represented Sean Payton, he didn't do anything, and that coach was out of commission for a year. So,
well, John, we're about out of time. They're going to cut us off here, but where can people find out more about you? Can you give us your website?
Well, I've got a couple of books out. I got James Salerno Boxer. They can get that through Amazon. I've got a novel out, a romantic thriller, And Love Was Born, Death Followed. That's available through Amazon. And they got my website, johngreenberg.com.
Fantastic.
Well, great. Thanks for being on today, John and Chris. How can they get more information about you, buddy?
Just go to chriskidd.com. That's ChrisKidd.
That's easy enough. All right, and of course, stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll be back with Kevin for more Price of Business. Until then, why don't you keep the radio tune right here? That's where it belongs. Talk to you later.